Nightly News, brought to you by St. Rose Television at the College of St. Rose. Today is November 13th, 2017. I'm David Meister.
And I'm Leanne DeMartino.
Let's get into tonight's news.
Tonight we will be talking about upcoming events and opportunities on campus.
Tomorrow morning, from 10 until 4 p.m., volunteers can set up at tables to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to donate to various shelters and after-school programs in the area. The organizers for this annual PB and Jams event are hoping for a total of 4,000 sandwiches to give away.
The Council for Exceptional Children is hosting a professional development session called Stories of a Classroom, presented by John Gilroy. The events will begin tomorrow evening at 7 in the Lally Tui Forum. Professional development certificates will be provided, and all students are welcome to attend.
The Public Relations and Advertising Club is hosting a student alumni networking event. 6 alumni from the Communications Department will be presenting at a panel from 1 to 3 p.m. this Saturday in the St. Joe's Auditorium. Light refreshments will be provided, and attendees are encouraged to dress professionally and bring business cards.
On Thursday evening from 6 to 8:30 p.m., there will be a celebration honoring Suzanne Craig, the winner of the first ever Nellie Bly Award for investigative reporting. The event will take place at the First Unitarian Universalist Society of Albany, 1888. The reception will include a roundtable discussion with Craig, moderated by Susan Arbiter, host of Capitol Press Room, with William Rashbaum of the New York Times and Rex Smith of the Times-Union. Tickets for the event are free for St. Rose students with a college ID.
70 people filled the sanctuary last week for the annual poverty simulation. The event was sponsored by the Center for Community Insight Incorporated in its entirety. The simulation represented a month of life in a low-income family.
A new laundromat called Supreme Wash has opened on Madison Avenue. The owner of the laundromat, Ayub Siraj, also owns Madison Pizza. One of Siraj's main goal is to bring community-friendly and reliable businesses to the area. The new laundromat is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
A plan to build a 4-story apartment complex to take the place of the Palladium Bowling Alley is in the works. Janicow Companies is looking at Ontario Street, so stay tuned for updates in the coming months.
Now let's go to SRTV's meteorologist, Theodore Stabile, to tell us what to expect for weather for the rest of the week.
Well, that was a dud. It's cold. Monday, we're going to have a high of about 41 with a low of 29. Then on Tuesday, again, a high of 41 and a low of 26. I just flipped that 9 right over. Then Wednesday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 44 and a low of 37. Then Thursday, we get to our second highest temperature of the week with a high of 49 but a low of 27. Expect rain. Then Friday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 39 and a low of 27. Then Saturday, we get our hottest temperature of the week with a high of 52 and a low of 35. But beware, there's going to be rain and it's going to be freezing. Then Sunday, it's going to be a high of 41 and a low of... Back to you.
Thank you very much, Ted. Let's get into this week in sports. Wrapping up their season was the women's volleyball team. Last Friday, they had a match against the Southern New Hampshire Penmen. They were defeated 3-2. Leading the way for St. Rose was senior Maddie Halverson with 12 kills. They looked to close out the season with a W against the Franklin Pierce Ravens, but were upended, losing 3-1. Leading the way was sophomore Stevie Schweitzer with 14 kills. The team finishes the season with a record of 12-17 and will look to better that mark next fall. Next up was the kickoff to the men's basketball regular season. The Golden Knights were competing in the St. Rose Tip-Off Tournament. It began on Saturday against the Caldwell Cougars, where the Knights came out victorious 74-56. The scoring department was led by junior Shane Harity with a career-high 20 points. They looked to ride that momentum into Sunday against the Malloy Lions, where they also won 86-75. Senior Julian Lipinski led St. Rose with a double-double, scoring 22 points and grabbing 12 rebounds. St. Rose will look to extend their start to 3-0 when they take on the Southern Connecticut State Owls on Wednesday. Also kicking off their regular season was the women's basketball team, who was competing in the Georgian Court Invitational over the weekend. On Saturday, they took on the Concordia Clippers, where they won 61-43. Sophomore Courtney Klassen had a strong outing with 23 points on the day. They look to start the season 2-0 against the hosts, the Georgian Court Lions, on Sunday, which they did in dramatic fashion, winning 76-74. The Golden Knights came back from 10 points down with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter to take the win. Sophomore Leah Dollard led St. Rose with 16 points and 9 rebounds on the match. The team will now enter conference action and will travel to take on the Southern Connecticut State Owls also on Wednesday. And that's all for sports this week.
That's all we have for the nightly news this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Leanne DeMartino.
And I'm David Meister.
For more information on any of our stories, take a look at the Chronicle, the St. Rose newspaper, both in print and online. See you next week.
Have a great night, everybody.